this edition of Sports Card ASMR, we are going to have a 9-on-9 battle. That's right. These two rack packs, this 1990 Fleer and this 1988 Donruss, they're going to be competing against each other. We're going to choose a starting lineup of players from these three little pods here, pit them against each other in a price guide battle. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. I'm glad you're here. I, of course, am the Sports Card Doctor, and I'm very happy that you are here today on the channel that combines sports card nostalgia and ASMR relaxation. We're very happy that you are here today and would love for you to subscribe to the channel. Maybe leave us a like, a comment, hype the video up, leave a super thanks to help the operations. But most importantly, we're just happy that you're here to cheer on your favorite pack of cards here. I picked both of these up at a local card shop, the Burbank Sports Card Extravaganza shop. It's the one that's giant. It took over a former Rite Aid space, and unfortunately there's no ice cream in it, but there's a lot of cards. And I stumbled into the bargain bin and picked these two rack packs out because my two favorite players are on it. Gary Edmund Carter and Donnie Baseball Mattingly is featured there, Donruss MVP. So I was like, let's do it. Let's pick these two, pit my favorites against each other. We'll be using a classic price guide today. It's been a while since we've used this one, but we're going to give it a go here. It is a March 1992 Beckett featuring the Iron Man himself, Cal Ripken. Let's take a peek inside this one. It's just an absolute piece of art. This one right here, Superstar Gallery, the mullet of Jose Canseco. Amazing. Since we haven't looked at this back in a while, I guess we could look at the weather report, the hot and cold cards for March of 1992. Frank Thomas, Ken Griffey Jr., Steve Avery, that's appropriate, Nolan Ryan, Dave Justice, Jeff Bagwell, Phil Plantier, We Must Be in 1992, Cal Ripken Jr., Chuck, let me throw it to you quickly, not block, Bo Jackson, Scott Erickson, Robin Ventura, Kirby Puckett, Rocket, Roger Clemens, Jose Canseco, Juan Gonzalez, Ron Gant, Ryan Sandberg, all of 1990 Leaf, Cecil Fielder, all of the Atlanta Braves, Will, Nuschler, Clark, and then we have all of Topps Stadium Club there, and then we also have Tom Glavine, all of Donruss Studio, Ryan Klesko, Rick Anderson, Terry Pendleton, Daryl Strawberry, and Jim Abbott, the inspirational tale of Jim Abbott, Cold as Jose Canseco, Pete Rose, Mark McGuire, Kevin Moss, Ouchman, Don Mattingly, Jerome Walton, Rick Anderson, Bo Jackson, all of Sportflix, Now and Forever, and the Bulldog, Oral Hershiser. You're hot and cold for March of 1992. is, if you were in Atlanta, Georgia, March 7th and 8th, 1992, at the baseball card show at the Outlet LTD Mall, right off there off the one I-85 in Pleasant Hill, if you were there in Atlanta, March 7th through 8th, 1992, comment down below. Some artwork for the late, great Rhino Ryan Sandberg. Look at that glorious photo of Phil Plantier. For those that weren't around or collecting or paying attention in the early 90s, specifically this year, 1992, you don't understand what this batting stance meant to all of us. This guy was the future of baseball, we thought. The slugger that would go straight into Cooperstown. It wasn't to be, but I think he's remembered more than a lot of other players in this era. Mostly because of this batting stance. Comment Plantier down below if you loved Phil Plantier as well. Alright. We're going to open up these packs. Pick a team and battle it out. I'm going to open up the Fleer first because Gary Carter is technically my number one favorite player. Don Mattingly is number two, so I want to get to Gary first. When in doubt, scissor it out. First one in. Here we go. Got my guy, Gary Carter. Tom Candio. Jose Rio. Players of the Decade. Dale Murphy. Chris Spire. Bob Wild Pitch Stanley. Ooh, Greg Maddux. It's off cut, but we don't need to worry about that today. Teddy Aguirre. Dante Bichette. Phil Newman. Dean Wilkins. Frank Tanana. Bruce Hurst. We've got Kelly Mann and Dave Hansen. You know, this will be a wild card. We can use one of these players in a position if we want. And we got a league standout card. Wade Boggs. You wanted to get one of these if you are open up a Fleer 90 pack. We'll not count those ones today. Alright, got the California Angels sticker here for you fans of teams not in Los Angeles. Mark Lemke, Willie Randolph, Jay Tibbs, Gerald Young, ooh, Ricky Anderson, love that. Goddamn checklist. Eric Plunk, Cecilio Guante, Pete Incaviglia, Darrell Evans. Oh, and then we got Delino Shields and Jason Grimsley, excuse me. Ooh, Todd Zeal. I was really hoping to pick Gary, but I think it might be smarter to pick Zeal. We'll see. Mike Benjamin. Greg Jeffries. Amazing. And Randy Milligan, a legend around these parts. Steve Cersei. The Bulldog Oral Hershiser. Dave Schmidt. Kevin Bass. Terry Steinbach with the first baseman mid on a glove there. Wow. Pete Smith. Greg Cataray. Don Carmen. Ruben Sierra. Lonnie Smith. All-Stars. That's not going to count, but that's a great card for us. Alex Cole. Joel Skinner. Keith Hernandez. And Mark Wimson. Alright. We are going to go 1 through 9. And if I'm feeling saucy, I might throw in a DH, but I don't know. Alright, we're not doing this on stats on the back. We are doing this for what we think the price might be. And that's why I think that makes Todd Zeal, because this is, you're going to put this kind of in as a rookie card kind of category, is a better choice over my guy Gary. We'll make Gary Carter the honorary manager of this team. Alright, we're going to go infield here and see what we got. We got Keith Hernandez, Randy Morgan, Greg Jeffries, Mike Benjamin, Darrell Evans, and I don't think we have an official shortstop. Okay, well, tell you what we might do. When you don't have an officially listed player, I think you can slide him over. And I think that's what we're going to need to do. And yes, I know Todd Zeal eventually goes to third base. I just don't think that's where we go. Oh no, you know what? I got it right here. We can use one of these cards, right? We are going to claim Delino DeShields as our shortstop. And Dave Hansen as our third baseman. Leaving behind these cards here. Mark Lumpke, Willie Randolph, Al Newman, Chris Spear, and Darrell Evans. Mike Benjamin. Randy Milligan. Okay. So, we got Keith, Jeffries, Delino, and Dave Hansen. Alright, outfielders. We need 3. We'll try to keep them to the positions they played, but it's hard to do that all the time. Alex Cole, Lonnie Smith, I think Ruben Sierra, Peter Cavilla, and Ricky Anderson. Now, here's okay. These are definite no's. Kevin Bass, Alex Cole, wow, Well, no, by 1992, I think we knew Alex Cole was not the next Lance Johnson nor the next Vince Coleman. Gerald Young still had some value, but again, by 1992, where we're pricing, not so much. Dante Bichette had yet to become the Rocky Slugger. I think we're going to go with these guys. Ricky, Inky, and Ruben Sierra. That's our outfield. Alright, here's our starting pitcher. I'm not getting into bullpens or rotations yet, so I think we have some options. If we're doing the full baseball team draft that we sometimes do, be a good starting rotation buried in there. It comes down to this. We have a March 1992 price guide. We got the Bulldog Oral Hershiser and Greg Maddux. If this was a 1990 price guide, there's a chance I go with Oral. But we're going to go with Mr. Maddux as our starting pitcher. This is our lineup here today. For the Fleer 90, Greg Maddux, Ricky Anderson, Ruben Sierra, Peter Cavilla, Todd Zeal behind the plate. We have third base, Dave Hansen, listed at shortstop, Delino DeShields, Greg Jeffries, Keith Hernandez, and Todd Zeal. $88 it is. Diamond King, we won't count that. Huey Brooks, still listed at shortstop at this point, is correct. Gary Lucas, Garth Orange, Paul O'Neill, Dave Winfield, Juan Samuel, Wayne Tollison, Ron Gant, that's potentially good there. Brooke Jacoby, Phil Bradley. On a bad first pad. We do need a catcher, though. Alright. Bud Black, Albert Hall, Julio Franco, Joe Price, Gene Nelson, Tom Bernansky, Ken Daly, rated rookie Kevin Elster, Paul Kilgus. That might be our catcher by default, Ron Assey, Hedunez, Goose Gossage, Mickey Hatcher, Cal Daniels, and Mariano Duncan. Alright, well, interesting enough, we don't have, let's see, do we have another first baseman here? Did I just forget? I don't know. I'm pretty much going to go with Don. Alright, Rafael Ramirez, Jerry Humphrey, Mike Lacoste, Jose Canseco, Andy Van Slyke, Charlie Leibrandt. Oh, wow, okay. Neil Heaton, Ron Oyster, Danny Darwin, Larry Parrish in his substitute teacher glasses. Oh, there's a Billy Ripken. We never get in the 89 Flair. Herm Winningham, Rick Aguilera, and John Cangelosi. Alright. Well, let's go first here with pitcher. Who will we get? I don't think we have great choices. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Honestly, Rich Gossage or Danny Jackson might be the options. Throw him in there for a start. He started a lot in was it 75 with the White Sox or Pirates? He did like 1 year when he was a big starting pitcher. Not a great year. Turned into one of the better closers of his era. But this is a 88 Donruss for a 1992 price guide. I'm going to have to take the risk and go with Danny Jackson there. Outfield, not looking good. Well, Andy Van Slyke, Jose Canseco, Cal Daniels, Winfield, O'Neill. Okay, one more year or two in the price guide, that'd be a good get. Daniels, if we are pricing this at 88, absolutely. But I think we're going to go with that being our outfield. Okay. Alright, around the horn here in the infield. Maybe Elster, maybe Franco, Ron Gant. Yeah, I think that might be our choices. Comes down to which of these common players will be our third baseman. And I'll go with Jacoby. And Ron Gant will be our second baseman. Our shortstop, we got Elster or Franco. I'll tell you what, Franco had a little bit of a resurgence in the early 90s with the Rangers. At this point, Elster had just become a defensive whiz. Now here comes the drama. We've got Mark McGwire, Tom Mattingly, both MVP cards, both cut a little wrong there. Man, if this was 1987, this would be the pick. If this was 1988 or 89, maybe even 90, this would be the pick. But by 1992, they both were down a little bit in the hearts of baseball fans. But I'm going to go with Donnie Baseball. That's the reason I picked the pack. I didn't pick Gary Carter. We're going to do this. Of course, our catcher is Ron Assey. Shields, so no, third base is Hansen. Shields at shortstop. Gamelia. Inky, they called him. Ruben Sierra. And Ricky Anderson. And Greg Maddox. Warming up in the bullpen. Donruss. By default, Ron Hassey. Mattingly MVP card. Ron Gant. Leo Franco, shortstop. Brooke Jacoby, third base. Dave Winfield. Jose Canseco. And events like Danny Jackson. All right. Let's do this. Let's go to 1990 Flair. All right, 1990 Flair it is. Common players are 5 cents. 5 cents for common players. Okay. Let's do this 1990 Flair set here. First up is Todd Zeal, 265. There he is. 35 cents. He was sliding down the charts here. But he's still, that's great value. Alright, Keith Hernandez here, 205. And that's a common. Greg Jeffries, man, you would have wanted this card in 1990 like nothing else. 207. He's listed 10 cents. Alright, next up, we've selected Dave Hansen as our third baseman. 642, 642. And it's a bit of a cheat, but Kellyman Dave Hansen is 25 cents. But what are you going to do? The line out to Shields is our shortstop. 653. The last one in the set are listed 45 cents. Okay. Yankee Pete Incavalia, listed at 6'1". I swore he was 5'2". 301. That's a common. Ruben Sierra, 314. Listed 20 cents. Alright. Ricky Anderson, number 10 in the set. 25 cents. And Greg Maddox here, number 37 in the set. Common. Oh, wow, common. He's not there yet. It's March of 1992. I think in 1992 he's about to have his first big dominant season, though, an 89 season of 19 wins and 2.95 ERAs. Pretty dominant, but not on the price board. Let's see. $3.99 for Hershiser. And he's listed. Hershiser would have been the better pick by 3 cents. But we made our bet. We are now lying at it. So there you go. That is your 1990 Fleer lineup. Let's add this up here and see what we're working with. It's a good price though. $1.75. $1.75 going on there. Okay, all right. Pressure is on 88 Donruss. There we go. Common players, 5 cents. Some of those bonus MVPs ranked a little higher here. So let's go first with Ron Hassey. Later got a little mainstay with the A's for a little bit, but definitely a journeyman catcher, Ronald William Hassey. 580 in the set. If he's not a common, I'll run out the house screaming. Yeah, Ron Hassey is a common. All right, next up, here's where a lot of this could be the ball game right here. I'm putting my loyalty with Don Mattingly and Donald Arthur Mattingly. And let's do this here. He is number BC21. BC21. Don Mattingly, 20 cents. Don Mattingly, 20 cents. Okay, Ron Gant. Ron Gant, 654. Oh my. Oh no, it's over. Oh my gosh. Ronald Edwin Gant just ended the game. He just ended the game. Rookie card. Priced. I'm checking the number. 654, 654. And here we go. It is a $3.75 card. All else does not matter. All else does not matter. Ron Gant in 1992 with like 30 seasons, I believe, under his belt. Now an outfielder, key member of the Braves, one of my favorite players of the era. Wins the day. Won't go on just to see how big the margin is. 156 for Franco. Julio Franco, 15 cents. Go back here with Brooke Jacoby, 131. That is a common. Wow, it's over. It's over, Commander. 298 for Dave Winfield, 17 cents. Jose Canseco, 302, 75 cents. It's the second highest card of the day. Andy Van Slyke, 291, listed 10 cents. Yeah, the Cal Daniels was 8 cents. And Danny Jackson, most likely common, but we'll check it out here at 132, a common. Just see what this McGuire would have been. BC 23, 15 cents, so it actually would have been less than the Mattingly. But we didn't need it. We did not need it. Wow. Stunning defeat for Fleer. 1990 Fleer drops to 88 Donruss. 527. Sometimes it is all about the price guide in the era. That's part of the strategy. Yeah, definitely hold on to that Canseco. Ron Gant. Ron Gant is the big winner. I knew there'd be some value in Gant in 1992. I did not think it would be that much. Now, in reality, this card is so miscut it has almost no value. But here today, Ron Gant is the big winner in 1988. Donruss shocks the experts and wins big. You take that away, it was probably going to go to 1994. 527. Final total today. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll do more of these. A lot of fun. We'll see you next time here on Sports Card ASMR.